Today on the Tuesday Trio, 3 free photo apps for your inner Ansel Adams. Welcome to the Tuesday Trio, where we check out free and budget tech resources for the small church. Today, we're going to check out some free photo editing apps. Probably won't be very helpful with this camera, but if you have a digital camera, you shoot a lot of pictures, or you shoot pictures for your church, you need a way to edit them without opening your wallet. I have a few suggestions. So let's take a look at 3 free advanced photo editing apps. First up in our list of free advanced photo management and editing apps, that's a long title, is Darktable. Now, Darktable is a kind of open source version of Lightroom. If you've ever used Lightroom, it probably looks very familiar to you. And this is probably one of my favorite open source applications I've ever used. I think it does a really good job. So you can see here, I'm in the Lighttable tab, which is just a photo browser and an organizer. I can add stars and ratings and such, and then organize all the photos by those, which is really great for large photo jobs. And then whenever you're ready to edit one, you can double click on it and it will take you to the darkroom version of the app, which is just where you edit the photos. So you can see here we have our photo, and then on the side here we have all kinds of editing modules, they call them. Brightness, contrast, shadow, saturation, crop, curves, exposure, levels, all of that kind of stuff. If I click on one, it'll show you all of the adjustments you can make here. And then down here on the bottom, it's behind my picture, hold on. There we go. Down here on the bottom you see more modules, and you can add what you want to that side editing thing. Side editing thing, that's the technical term. So that you can only have the things you want in there and not a whole bunch of stuff crowding it. So that's really, really nice. I think it makes very good edits. The only gripe I have with it is that the sliders are very sensitive usually. So you can see I do shadows, and you can go pretty, shadows is looking good. Usually they're pretty extreme, like a little bump of exposure will make a big difference. But other than that, it's a great photo management and editing app. So that is Darktable. It's open source, so I believe it's available for Mac, Linux, and PC. Next up, we have GIMP. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, we lost GIMP. There it is. This is GIMP. GIMP is basically the open source version of Photoshop. It's not quite as elegant as Photoshop, I will say, but it does do a very good job, and it's very popular app. You can see here we have an incredibly crowded and intimidating blob of tools. They're all tools you would see in Photoshop as well, not organized super well, but we have all this stuff, the crops and the chord pointers. You have all your brushes over here. Down here you have your layers. This is your layers tab, and then channels and paths, all the stuff that you would see in Photoshop. It's not quite as elegant as Photoshop, but if you don't want to pay for Photoshop, which a lot of people don't, then GIMP is a good alternative. And finally, we have Photoscape X, which is the only non-open source app on this list. GIMP also open source and available for Mac, PC, and Linux. Photoscape X, I believe, is only available for Mac, but I think there's Photoscape versions that aren't X that are available for PC. So here you see we have our viewer. This one is not, I would say, as advanced as the others. And then we have an editor. You have all these adjustments you can use. So you still got all kinds of great stuff you can do, adjustments. I use this all the time for making graphics. Color tab, darken, brighten, clarity, all that stuff. Contrast, temperature, there's more down here. Gamma, brightness. So it's got lots of adjustments, and then it also has tons of filters you can see that you can put on, as well as overlays like scratches and such. Light is a new tab. I haven't played with that much, but it's light leaks and such. And then you can insert text and shapes and all kinds of stuff. So it's got a lot of options. It's not as, I would say, like advanced pro app as the other two are, but it does have a lot of options. So there you go. Those are the 3 photo management and editing apps. I would give you a favorite, except that they're all very different at things, and you actually probably want all of them if you're going to do a lot of editing. Photoscape is what I would use if I don't want to go that deep into a program of the other two and just want to kind of make a quick graphic or photo adjustment, but I need precise control. GIMP I would use if I needed to do advanced graphics, kind of like you would do in Photoshop, really advanced manipulation to a photo. And then Darktable would be if I photographed a wedding or an event and I needed to organize them all and get the best pictures and then edit them all right there on the spot. That's what I would use Darktable for. So they all have different uses, and I would recommend you go try them all. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any tips or resources that I didn't cover in this video, please leave them in the comments below, and subscribe to Mina Studio for more super nifty videos just like this.